This is the teacher Haris Bhatt, and you are seeing my YouTube channel Learn Accounting with Sir Haris. Today we are going to solve another question from O-Level Accounting 7707 or IGCSE 0452 from the topic of incomplete records. So let's see, let's discuss that question. O-Level Accounting 7707 or IGCSE 0452. And this question from incomplete record has come in which year? October, November 23-22. October, November 23-22. So I've already basically informed you that this type of question will come in the paper. Manufacturing count or company, one of them can come in the paper. Easy question. Errors definitely will come in the paper. And one question which we have solved yesterday, which includes some part of, no, incomplete to obviously same type ka hai, which includes some part of capital revenue expenditure, some part of provision for doubtful debt, some part of maybe inventory valuation, right? So mixed question will come this time in the exam. So 4 questions I have given you. Okay, फिर आगे next में बताऊंगा आपको. चलें. हाँ जी बस जब तक हो जाती है. So let's see. Lionel started trading on 1st July 2022. Again, the same thing. Business has newly started. It means that there will be no opening inventory. There will be no opening trade receivables. And there will be no opening trade payables because the business has newly started. Right? He paid 15,000 of his own personal money into the business bank account. So owner has put his investment into the business that is called capital. So the capital is going to be 15,000. He did not keep full accounting record but has supplied the following information at 30th June. Cash sales of 90,000 were made and paid into the bank. So we have gone for sales, but all the sales are cash sales and the amount is 90,000 and that has been paid into the bank. No other money was received. Lionel mark up his goods by 50%. So markup diya by 50%. I have already informed you that if markup or margin is given in the question, kya hota hai? We will calculate gross profit directly, right? And there must be some missing figure which we need to find by doing reverse calculation, right? So again, this question basically demands the same thing from us. Payments from the bank, purchase of motor vehicle, payment to credit suppliers are given, wages, general expenses, rent and insurance, motor expenses, cash drawn from bank. इसमें नहीं ये वाला नहीं हाँ ये अलग से October, November 23-22 उससे भी करते हैं अभी हम. Next, purchase return amounting to 3,000. Inventory closing is given 4,175. 1/3 of the motor expense paid were Lionel private car. It means that out of motor expenses, 1/3 expenses are going to be your drawings. Full year depreciation of 25% is to be charged on the van using reducing balance method. Lionel withdraw 1,000 each month from the business cash. 1,000 each month. The drawings कितनी होंगी अहमद?
1,000 each month. 12,000.
12,000. 1,000 into 12. So 12,000 is going to be the drawings. The remaining cash drawn from the bank was used to pay wages. The remaining amount which has been drawn from the bank was used to pay wages. So this is somehow or the other, it is a little technical question. Why, sir? Because I have made you write regarding incomplete record, if some expenses are paid in cash from cash sales, we have to prepare cash account to find total cash sales. Total cash sales is already given. Hai. We don't need to find. We don't need to prepare cash account. Another thing, that in that case, cash bank will be given in the question. Cash bank will be given in the question. वो भी यहाँ मौजूद नहीं है. यहाँ तो cash drawn from bank. Can you tell me what is the entry for cash bank?
Cash bank.
Cash banked. What is the entry?
Cash bank मतलब
Cash.
bank
Cash bank.
Bank debit or cash credit.
Bank debit and cash credit. Now tell me the entry cash drawn from bank. Cash debit and bank credit. This entry has never come in our O-level exams. Never. Ever. But it has come in A-levels.
So is the drawings
It has come in A-levels. So they have basically taken out a point from A-levels and they have put it in the O-level program.
इसका drawings में तो fact पढ़ना चाहिए.
वो भी चल रहा हूँ मैं. Obviously this question could be more difficult. लेकिन इस क्वेश्चन में इतनी डिफिकल्टी लेवल नहीं है, लेकिन पॉइंट उन्होंने दे दिया. देखिए कैश ड्रॉन फ्रॉम बैंक जो हमारा कितना है बताएं, 14,600. कहता है out of cash drawn from bank which is 14,600. Leonel withdrew 1,000 each month from the business cash. So he has taken out that amount from the business cash, that is drawings. So 1,000 into 12, drawings kitni hongi? 12,000. And the remaining cash drawn from bank was used to pay wages. So what is the amount of wages? That is the question.
1,000 multiplied by 12,000 or 14,600 में से minus करेंगे तो
Absolutely,
2,600
absolutely right. 14,600 is the cash drawn from bank. Out of 14,600, 12,000 has been taken as drawings from the business, and the remainder 2,600 is used to pay wages. So wages is basically 2,600. Why we need that? Because we have to prepare the income statement or statement of profit and loss. So let's start. Income statement we have to prepare October, November 23-22. So first of all, the first point is this, that sometimes we have to find opening capital, which is opening assets minus opening liabilities. Here we don't need to find opening capital. Why? Because opening capital is already given in the question. That is 15,000. It is given. So we don't need to find. Next step is prepare sale ledger control account to find credit sales. We don't need to find that also. Why? Because all sales are for cash. So there is no credit sale. Sir, where it is written that there is no credit sale? कहीं भी नहीं लिखा बेटा, कैश सेल दी हुई है, क्रेडिट सेल्स जो है वो नहीं है सवाल में. कहाँ लिखा है कि नहीं है? कहीं नहीं लिखा. हमें पता है क्यों. Opening and closing trade payables, trade receivables are not given. So when there is no trade receivables, it means that we are not selling goods on credit. हम क्रेडिट पर नहीं बेच रहे. ठीक है जी. चलते हैं. कैश सेल्स हमें दी हुई है, ठीक है. और ट्रेड पेबल्स भी अगर हम देखें तो वो भी क्वेश्चन में सच मौजूद. परचेज रिटर्न 3,000, payment to credit suppliers is given. Okay. So as I discussed with you, anybody who can answer me, I'll be happy. As I discussed with you that whenever markup or margin is given in the question, we have to calculate gross profit directly, either by multiplying it cost of sale through markup or by multiplying sales with margin. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे मार्कअप दिया हुआ है तो आपको मार्कअप को मार्जिन में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा. फिर आप सेल्स को अप्लाई करेंगे तो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट आएगा. लेकिन उस सवाल में अहमद हमें रिवर्स जाके कोई ना कोई मिसिंग फिगर भी फाइंड करनी पड़ती है. इस क्वेश्चन में मिसिंग फिगर कौन सी है? ये सवाल है जो हमें फाइंड करनी पड़ेगी बाय गोइंग रिवर्स. एनीबॉडी कैन टेल मी? Sales are basically all sales are for cash. So it is given cash sales are 90,000. कौन सी फिगर है स्टेटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस बनाने के लिए जिस में अवेलेबल नहीं है, और वी हैव टू फाइंड दैट फिगर बाय गोइंग रिवर्स थ्रू रिवर्स कैलकुलेशन. दैट इज परचेजेस. यस, sometimes we have to find sales, sometimes we have to find closing inventory by going reverse, but here we have to find purchases. Sometimes we have to find goods drawing, or anything can happen, right? Purchases we can't find. You must be taking this point that payment to credit suppliers are 55,000. It is given. That is payment to trade payable. But ending trade payables are not given. You can't find credit purchases. Opening trade payables are also not given, but opening trade payable की हमें जरूरत ही नहीं है. क्यों नहीं जरूरत भाई?
क्योंकि
ओपनिंग ट्रेड पेबल की जरूरत नहीं है. क्यों? ओपनिंग ट्रेड रिसीवेबल की भी जरूरत नहीं है, ओपनिंग इन्वेंटरी की भी जरूरत नहीं है. क्यों?
क्रेडिट पे काम ही नहीं.
गलत जी. जी हाँ जी, जी एग्जैक्टली, क्योंकि बिजनेस हैज बीन न्यूली स्टार्टेड. सो पिछले साल की क्लोजिंग नहीं है, इस साल की ओपनिंग भी नहीं है. चलें स्टार्ट करते हैं हम, और हम यहाँ पे बनाते हैं क्या बना, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस. Isma, I don't know how you will be able to understand this particular question, but even if you find it difficult, I'll help you out afterwards in the next class, because I told you that we are going the core part of the. So revenues, we'll start with the revenue, and all the revenue is given basically for cash, and that is 90,000. So I will write here 90,000. So 90,000 is the cash sales. I will write here less from revenue. I have to subtract less cost of sales. Cost of sales we will calculate through the formula opening inventory add purchases less purchases return. इसमें given है ना, add carriage inward भी होता है लेकिन नहीं available, less closing inventory, and there we are able to find the opening inventory is not given in the question, so we don't need to write that because it is not there. Business has newly started. If you want to write opening inventory, you can, and then you can give space, empty space. So first of all, we have to find the gross. Let's move back to towards the question. If we see the gross profit, Lionel, markup is good by 50%. Markup is 50%. But we know that sales पे आपका markup apply नहीं होता, sales में margin apply होता. क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको? You have to convert markup into margin. You don't have choice. So the formula is equal to percentage over 100 plus percentage. 100 plus percentage. Minus दूसरे में होता है ना. ये आपका आ जाएगा बेटा 50 over 100 plus 50. That is 50 over 150. Now this is margin. I can multiply this margin with sales, which is 90,000 into 50 divided by 150. I will get the amount of gross profit. So that is going to be how much? 30,000. So 90,000 sales minus 30,000 gross profit, we will get the cost of sales, which is 60,000. Now let's move forward. The closing inventory given in the question is 4175 and purchase return are 3,000. You can write here closing inventory, negative symbol 4175, purchase return again negative symbol 3,000. Now you can find the amount of purchases. How come? Purchases में से 3,000 और 4175 माइनस हुआ था तो 60,000 आया था. जब रिवर्स जाएंगे वो चीजें क्या हो जाएंगी आशा? ऐड हो जाएंगी. 60,000 plus 4175 plus 3,000 will get the amount of purchase. 67,175. I will got the amount of purchases. There is no other way you can find purchases other than this by going reverse. Why? क्योंकि आपके पास जो ट्रेड टेबल्स क्लोजिंग है वो नहीं दिए थे, तो आप उससे सॉल्व कर नहीं सकते. Now I will subtract expenses from less expenses. सबसे पहले बेहतर ये है कि मैं क्या लिख लूं बेटा? वेजेस. यहाँ मैंने लास्ट टाइम गलती कर दी थी सवाल करते हुए, तो ठीक कर लिया था उसको. वेजेस जो है वो सिर्फ वो नहीं है जो वेजेस जो क्वेश्चन में बता रहा है कि 1000 ड्राइंग्स की उसने 12,000 की out of cash drawn from bank and the remaining is wages 2,600. That 2,600 is the cash wages, but there are wages paid from the bank also, and the wages are going to be how much? 8060. So the total wages which I will write in expenses is 8060 plus 2,600. How much it will come? 10660. सर 2,600 कहाँ से आया है बेटा? 14,600 क्या कैश ड्रॉ किया था आपने बैंक से, उसमें से आपने ड्राइंग्स पे की हैं, कैश ड्राइंग्स 12,000 की, एंड द रिमेनिंग अमाउंट हैज बीन पेड फॉर द पेमेंट ऑफ वेजेस, कैश वेजेस. देन आई एम गोइंग टू राइट द जनरल एक्सपेंसेस 1140. देयर इज नथिंग रिटन रिगार्डिंग जनरल एक्सपेंसेस, सो आई विल राइट जनरल एक्सपेंसेस डायरेक्टली हियर 1140. Then rent and insurance is given 5585. Anything regarding rent and insurance? No. So I can write rent and insurance 5585 directly in this column. 5585. Okay. Next is given motor expenses 4992. Here we have one point given in the question that 1/3 of the motor expense paid were Lionel private car. वो drawing से 1/3 motor expenses. Motor expenses लिखता हूँ मैं इधर 4992 minus 4992 into 1/3. Whatever we'll get, we will subtract that amount from 4992 because 1/3 of 4992 is going to be drawings. It is not motor expenses. Right, 1664.
Yeah, then 498.
Yes.
So 3328.
3328 is going to be the motor expenses, which should be written under the heading of expenses, because he has clearly mentioned that a motor expenses, 1/3 of the motor expenses for Lionel private car. So that will be part of the drawings. Next is going to be depreciation is 25% to be charged on the van using the reducing balance method. That is quite easy. Why? Because purchase of motor vehicle is given 8,000 and there is no motor vehicle which is already been given in the question. There is no depreciation on motor van yet. So we will calculate 8,000 into 25%. We will get the depreciation on motor vehicle. 8,000 into 25%, 2,000. Total करने की चीज का we'll go for the total of the expenses. Then we can find the profit for the year. Question is quite easy. It's not that lengthy, but it is difficult because it includes some important parts, important concepts. जी 7,287 is the profit for the years. So this is how we are done with this question. Markup margin is given, and the important point which students were found it difficult, that we have been given cash drawn from bank. Cash drawn from bank is 14,600. Out of that, we have paid 1,000 each month of drawings, 12,000. The remainder is used to pay wages, and wages will be written in expenses along with the wages which has been paid from the bank. Both will come. 7,287 is the profit for the year. October, November 23-22. This question has come. Prepare Lionel capital account for the year, balance the account and bring down the balance at 1st July. So let's prepare the capital account now. समझाते यानी कैपिटल अकाउंट बच्चों को बनाना नहीं आता और बनाते ही नहीं, यानी सीख ही नहीं यार एक दफा। ओ लेवल में इतना आता नहीं है ये ना, आईजीसीएसई से उन्होंने यहाँ पर कैपिटल अकाउंट को एडजस्ट किया। कैपिटल अकाउंट इज यूजुअली रिटन इन द स्टेटमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन, और हम कैसे इसको डील करते हैं, कैपिटल में प्रॉफिट ऐड करते हैं, ड्राइंग्स माइनस करते हैं। ठीक है, सबसे पहले यहाँ पे आ जाएगा आपका ब्रॉड डाउन, नहीं ब्रॉड डाउन नहीं आएगा। व्हाई सर? Because business has newly started, so we have deposited capital into the business, that is 15,000. So I will write bank debit and capital credit. So capital is credited because of bank. I will write 15,000 like that. Then I will write profit because profit will be added in the amount of capital, and that is 7,287. And then drawing will be subtracted. So drawings will come on the debit side. उसमें तो बना लेते थे ना टी का, उसमें स्टेटमेंट फॉर्म में कैपिटल में प्रॉफिट ऐड कर देते थे, ड्राइंग माइनस कर देते थे। यहाँ पर आपको बनाना पड़ेगा टी अकाउंट की फॉर्म में, तो प्रॉफिट और कैपिटल क्रेडिट पे आ जाएगा, ड्राइंग्स जो है आपकी डेबिट पे आ जाएगी। देखिए करंट अकाउंट में तो यही करते हैं, करंट अकाउंट में यही करते हैं, लेकिन करंट अकाउंट में इसके अलावा चीजें भी होती हैं आपकी, इंटरेस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल, सैलरी, इंटरेस्ट ऑफ ड्राइंग भी होती है। कॉन्सेप्ट तो वही है उसका। अब मसला यहाँ पे आता है ड्राइंग्स का। यहाँ पे बच्चों ने गलती की थी काफी, 5 नंबर उसने इसीलिए दिए हैं। डेट इसकी अगर जानना चाहे तो 30 जून की डेट आएगी, और ब्रॉड डाउन की जो डेट है वो 1 जुलाई की आ जाएगी, यानी ब्रॉड डाउन जो भी आपका निकलेगा उसकी डेट आप देख सकते हैं 17 डेट आपने डालनी है। अच्छा देखिए आगे, सो वी हैव टू फाइंड द ड्राइंग्स एक्चुअली। सो वन ड्राइंग इज 1,000 into 12, that is 12,000, that is drawings. Then Lionel motor out of motor expense 1,664 is for his personal car, that is also drawings. Any other drawings? No, that's it. There is no drawings. Sir, cash drawn from bank. Cash drawn from bank is not drawings. That is cash debit and bank credit. So I will write drawings here. 12,000 plus 1,664. So what is the amount of drawings total? 1,3664. So we have to find the carried down balance. First we go for the total of the credit side, that is 22287. Same will be written here, 22287, and carried down will be how much? 8623. And this will become the broad down of the Next one, 8623. Or next year. So this is how we have prepared the capital account, that how we are going to manage that. Okay, किसी को मसला है, नशमिया, फातिमा, राहिल को प्रॉब्लम है, कासिम, तो प्लीज आप बिला झिझक मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं. So this is one of the technical question. बेटा देखें, पेपर में टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन आते हैं, आपने उसको मैनेज करना. मैनेज करने का मतलब होता है कि अगर आपको कॉन्सेप्ट्स आते हैं अकाउंटिंग के, तो उस क्वेश्चन में मे बी इट माइट बी पॉसिबल कि आप एक आधी गलती कर भी दें, तब भी इसको फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, आपके मार्क्स अच्छे आ जाए. ठीक है, लेकिन अब मैंने जब करवा दिया तो इसीलिए करवाया ताकि आपको क्वेश्चन भी अच्छे तरीके से अंडरस्टैंड हो जाए, या इस तरह का आ जाए. हाँ, पेपर ये अक्टूबर नवंबर 23 के आ जाएगा, थोड़े दिनों बाद. इधर ही state one reason why learners should keep double entry bookkeeping records: to extract a trial balance, to find profit and loss for the year, to evaluate the performance of the business, right? To have more understandability and of the books of account. The business accounts will become more reliable, right? We can compare the results with the previous year. Okay. Statement of double entry bookkeeping will allow us to go for decision making. Decision making भी कर सकते हैं ना, books of account proper maintain होंगे तो. Lionel currently makes cash sales only. He would like to start selling on credit and is considering whether to offer a 10% trade discount to regular customers or a 3% discount for payment within 21 days. Advise Daniel whether he should offer the 10% trade discount or the 3% cash discount. Justify your answer. So Lionel currently makes cash sales only. He would like to start selling on credit and is considering whether to offer a 10% trade discount. So 10% trade discount is usually given because of bulk buying or to loyal customers, right? So 10% trade discount, if we'll give, it will definitely reduce our selling price. Obviously 10% trade discount jab aap denge, so it will reduce our profit also, but more customers will be attracted towards our product. So it might be possible that sales will increase, obviously, and but it is possible that those trade receivables who are selling, who are purchasing from us, or to whom we are selling on cash, they might also ask us for discount, right? Then to regular 10% trade discount to regular customers, okay, then fine, because for regular customers 10% trade discount is fine because they are going to loyal customers, they are going to purchase from us again and again, and 3% discount for payment within 21 days. So both the things are good basically for the business, but 3% discount for payment within 21 days, there will be an expense of discount allowed that will reduce our profit. We will receive less cash because 3% less cash will be received by us. So cash flow will reduce, but we will be able to get the amount early, right? So I personally believe that 3% cash discount would be a good offer because we are not selling on credit yet. We are selling on cash. So we are in need of cash. So it is better that we should offer 3% discount to reduce bad debts and to get the amount earlier. So this is the answer. This is how we are done with this question. So any question you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll move forward. Thank you very much.